Do you know that food is so important in our life that we need food and water to survive? Then why are you taking the risk to go on without eating? The fact that everybody knows how necessary it is to have a proper food plan and still manages to put forward plans like irregular diet, fasting, etc. Ever wonder what is this thing that actually helps you live a healthy life? Feel free to try not eating anything for a day and see how it works out. As per the research reports, our body will have a storage system where your body will store energy sources like glycogen and fat. Day by day, your body continues to store and use energy. Imagine with all these functions going inside of your body, and suddenly you decide not to have food for a day. During the first 8 hours of fasting, your body will start using the stored energy, and that's how one ends up without eating food at the right time. What happens when you don't eat for, say, almost a day? Your body would automatically use the already stored energy. After almost 24 hours without food, your body enters a state of ketosis. This is a stage where your body responds to not having food by burning fat or energy instead of carbs. This can actually vary from individual, causing a stage of fatigue, weakness, including a decrease in cognitive function. Hence, long periods of not having food can create serious issues such as malnutrition, organ failure, and even death. So in order to escape from these issues, it's necessary to have a proper balanced and regular diet to maintain good health. Our body is kind of a temple that needs to be worshipped. One has many ways to worship their body, and this includes taking meals at proper times and ensuring the necessary vitamins and minerals are taken. This even questions the capability of experts who do all the research, and they still doubt it and have no idea of how long one can survive without food. But still, there are records of people surviving days without food. The one and only proper explanation to this question is that surviving such a situation upon the person, like it depends on the people who take the risk. Here's a question for you people. Would you rather eat all the meals and chill on your pleasant day, or would you stay back with having brunch or even without eating something? Let us know in the comments below. Researchers found an interesting story on how to deal with kids when they don't eat. This includes Asian moms who use this spectacular way of fooling their kids to have food. What Asian moms do is that they will scare their children with all possible positions to remind them that if they don't eat food properly, then their entire food pipe and the rest would reduce into the smallest. This would eventually cause you to not be able to eat at all. Kids who listen to this story will be scared, and then they will never leave without having food. Are you bored of something? Because I can feel that. If the answer is a no, then listen. Do you know that the length of a person's survival can differ from one person to another? Even for the Islamic citizens, it's easy for them because they tend to fast for about a month. Deep inside, it is understandable if you are wondering about how long one can survive without taking any food. This doesn't mean you are questioning an entire set of issues. Listen, it's clearly understood that food and water are two undeniably essential components in one's life. The main system will only function if provided with the right amount, including a proper and a valid diet and drinking enormous amounts of water. So what do you think about the time variations from one person to another? This is because once you start to be denied food and other nutrients which would help them to be carried on their business, nobody should actually skip their meals, as it's very important to have the right amount to be taken. So when the situation happens, the human body is really deprived of the proper amounts of calories. Our body standing at a shivering face. There is no proper rule for this set of how long one can survive if not eaten food, like the rule of thumb. To some extent, it actually depends on individuals and the circumstances over time. Even the most common and natural food which we used to eat is going to end up in the trash. Being underweight is a statement. According to BMI body mass index, people below 18.5 would end up with malnutrition along with a range of malfunctions. A 2018 study found that having a BMI below 18.5 could shorten your life by an average of 4.3 years for males and 4.5 for females. Imagine you forgot to take food for the first time and you've got nothing from surrounding. Brace yourself. Ever think of what happens when you don't eat at all? What actually happens if you skip a meal? These are questions of confusion. Generally speaking, most people skipping meals can absolutely have significant effects on your brain and body. A proper checkup is necessary to everyone, as it nearly needs to be understood how, with or without, it actually affects your body. Some of the researchers has ended with certain findings. This includes a way to reduce health issues with proper diet, like we've already mentioned. To the knowledge of an ordinary citizen, if one didn't have food, that means she has other mediums to eat with. Talking about celebrities from Jennifer Aniston to Jimmy Kimmel have dozens of books read, talked about and released. These books include how one should keep up with the plans with proper methods. This may be considering along with various methods, be it the 5-2 method, 16-8, eat, stop, eat, or the warrior method. To the uninitiated, these are all different forms of IF that have varying rules about when and how much you should eat. Like advantages and drawbacks, there are benefits to this approach. Proper research has to be done in order to understand how sporadically fasting can influence your body. The previous research conducted shows the available benefits. They are: number 1, it can help you with weight loss. For everything there has to be a schedule to be created and followed. If you're planning to go fasting, you need to plan on the days which you will go fasting and should have a proper agenda for doing so. For example, your agenda is to lose weight, fasting a day or two a week is going to help you with lesser amounts of calorie intake. This would help benefiting your metabolism and helps in weight loss. Number 2, secondly, it would help you to manage your cholesterol and sugar levels. Only if it's not a diabetic person can you use this method. Regular fasting may help you with improving how your body breaks down cholesterol and sugar, which would eventually help reduce the risk of having cholesterol or diabetes. Reduce the risk of coronary artery disease. A regular or periodical sheet of fasting will help you reduce trimethylamine N oxide levels in the future. Some other benefits are: number 4, reduce inflammation. Number 5, reduce your risk of certain cancers. Number 6, reduce your risk of neurological conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. What do you think would be the finest risk one has to take when they plan on going fasting, which can lead to serious illnesses as well as increase every bit of complications? What anybody could do is ask their respective doctor and discuss on how one should do it with their diet plans. Why shouldn't one go fasting? There is one of the main questions and proclaimed doubt that arises with every single person. And do you know why they shouldn't go fasting? These are the circumstances which no one's supposed to do it. If you have an eating disorder, type 1 diabetes, if you're pregnant, under the age of 18 or recovering from surgery. Fasting for more than twice a week would increase a risk of getting health issues such as heart, arrhythmias and hypoglycemia. Keep in mind that for every disease there is a cure or something that would help, but that doesn't allow you to have full freedom of eating. To leave without eating, exercising regularly and having a proper balanced diet are the best ways one could have a healthier life. Hopefully you liked the video. Click on the like button for more updates and subscribe to our channel.